So I'm gonna do a couple of tricks here, and we're gonna have a ton of fun doing it here. Everybody's got drinks. That's all good. I have a little drinky poo too. You need one, Mark? You got one?
I'm good.
You're all set for now? You're driving? You're driving me nuts, actually.
Driving you to drink.
Driving me to drink, yeah. I'm not driving tonight. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm not setting these cards up. I'm just putting them where they need to go. There's a slight distinction there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a trick for you guys I've been doing for 35 years up in Colorado. Every time I do this trick, somebody in the crowd says, man, I wish I'd watched a little closer. I'm just saying. That's what they say. You can do whatever you like. Here's what we're going to do. 2 cards are really selected. Johnny's over here. Johnny, reach in there. Johnny, take out a card from me if you would. Anyone's fine. That's good. And first name again was?
Mary.
Mary, that's right, Mary. All right, Mary, reach in, take out a card. Anyone's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay? Now, I'm going to show the cards around to everybody. Everybody gets a chance to see them, okay? So we'll go over here. Did you take a look at it, Mary? We'll drop it right here. I'm going to show it to everybody else. This is Mary's card, Mary's card, Mary's card, Mary's card, okay? All right, you're not going to forget, are you? Counting on you, darling. There you go. Johnny, we'll drop yours face down in there, face down. Come on. Have you not done a card trick before in your life? Okay. It'll be a big night for you, pal. All right, okay. All right. Now, my job is to find these cards. It's a bizarre occupation for a grown man, father of 3. This is how I make my living, believe it or not. Call this a living? All right, okay. I'm going to get his card first. I'm going to get yours in a second. Don't feel left out. In fact, I'm going to add a little theatricality to this particular trick. I said a little. It's not a lot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's try this. I'm going to get Johnny's card first. I'll get yours in a second, okay? Johnny, if I've done this right, and hopefully I have, I love it when a plan comes together, don't you? Check it out, Johnny. 9 of clubs, 1 down, 1 to go. I'm going to get your card, Mary. Fancy cut. They fly like little birds around a nest. Your card right over here on the top. Check it out. The ace of hearts. Ta-da! Ace of hearts. Ace, what now? What's the matter? Were you making noise?
Nothing.
Oh, did I not get him right?
No,
Shit. Did I screw up? Oh, wait, did I switch him? Oh, we can fix this. We can fix this. Mary, Johnny, if you guys just swap places, we can make this all work out. All right, fine. You know what? I'll do it the hard way. Are you ready?
No. He's crazy like that. No. He's crazy.
Oh, okay. All right, now the second thing they say, after they say they'd wish they'd watch closer, the second thing they say is, man, I must have looked away for maybe a split second. I sure wish the guy would do that one again. Now, normally, I don't do it again. But I like this crowd. Well, parts of it, anyway. I'm going to do it again. And, no E. Reach in, take out a card. Perfect. Suze, take out a card. Anyone, this is the same trick I just did. I got to work twice as hard because you're watching me like a hawk. Dave, are you awake? I thought so. All right. Anywhere you'd like to, Sue, drop it right back in there. Just kind of slice it in there somewhere. Okay, up there's fine. All right. I'm not looking. I've seen this trick before. Several thousand times, in fact. Okay? Okay? All right? You aren't going to forget, are you? I'm counting on you. Nothing makes any less sense than a card trick you get at the end. They forget the card. You know, I work in a bar. Sometimes they forget their name, you know. The other night, a lady forgot her clothes, but it was late. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? Drop yours here, Sue. Ann, I'm sorry. Ann. I'm not here. Okay. There was a Sue there a minute ago. This is the 5th time I've done this. Sue had an E on it. Okay. Okay. Same trick I just did. I got to work twice as hard. Let's go. I'm going to give him a little shuffle. A little cut. And we're going to get your card first. No, your card first. I'll get yours in a second. Sue, if I've done this right, 6 of clubs. Is that it? Yes, I'm on fire. Put me out.
Please.
Remember yours? Check it out. Whoops. 10 of clubs. Queen of spades. Damn it, sometimes I get lucky. Gonna give him that fancy flying cut one more time, just like so. Hopefully this is it. That yours? Oh, wait. That was this one.
No way.
Yeah, baby. All right. Now, there's another guy right there. You hear him? Mark that down. Now,
That's amazing. Oh my God.
now, up until now, some of the sharper crayons in the box, and you know who you are, may have noticed that I've been having cards physically taken out, put back in, just like so. Now, a lot of people think magicians manipulate cards when that happens. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying I don't. But to preclude that entire line of reasoning, we're not going to have a card removed, we're going to have a card peeked at. I'll show you how we do this. And I'm going to bevel the deck like so. I need you to hold your left thumb in the air like so. That's good. I'm going to hold the cards like so. With that thumb, anywhere you want to, peek at a card. Just put it in there and just peek. That's all you got to do. You got it? Okay. Don't go bawanga and bend the hell out of the cards, okay? That's simple. Woohoo! Oh, that's all you need. Okay. Thumb up. I'm not looking. I'm going to turn my head and cough. That was an exciting day for me, I'll tell you what. Thumb up. I'm not going to. Well, that was cute, hon, but I want you to see a card.
I saw it.
No, I'm not sure you recognize it again?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Did you see it, too? Oh, sure. He's going to lie. You're going to swear to it. I've seen this act before. They gang up on the magic guy all the time. And this does not sound like much, but follow me in this. If you tell me what your card is, I am going to tell you where the card. Tell me what it is. I'll tell you where it is. I know it doesn't sound, but it's guaranteed it's going to blow your mind.
It is.
What is it? That's the one that's under my drink.
No.
Yes!
He's done it again. No way.
All right, hold on a minute. That was kind of quick and you weren't ready, okay? Mary was ready, but, okay. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. We're going to do it again. We're going to make it a little easier. In fact, we'll go over here. Suze, reach in there and just take out any card you like. Sue. Perfect. You got it? Fabulous. All right, take a look at it. You got it? Lay it face down on my palm. I will not look at it, I promise. Okay? Sue's card. Little Indian poker deal. Got it? Okay. And do me a favor. Hold your right hand palm up. Perfect. Just like so. Here's what I need you to do. Right there's an imaginary X right there. What I need you to do is to blow ever so carefully across the back of Sue's card, and then turn your hand over, drop that card face up on the imaginary X. Go. Blow. Check it out. Well, wait a minute.
That's not it. It's over there.
Son of a gun, there it is again. All right. Whoa. Suddenly, this is not Uncle Harry at Thanksgiving doing those lame-ass card tricks. This is the real stuff here, okay? Now, Paula, 2 cards, the glass, it's a lot for the group to handle, okay? So we're going to lower the bar a little bit. Not this bar, hell, it'd be on the floor. No, make it easier. It's just an expression will make it easier. Are you okay? You need something? You want some more beer?
I could probably use it.
Yeah? What kind was that, you know? Pumpkin. Can we get one more pumpkin beer, honey? Big guy in the end. More important than we sell whiskey than do these silly tricks, okay? That's why we're here. All right, so Paula, help me out there if you would. Just reach in, just take out one, okay? Reach in and take out a card. Take a look at it, show it all around. That's good. Okay? Show it. What are we laughing about? Have we used this one already? We have?
Yes, we have.
My God, that's
I'm doing the trick.
I can't believe it. That's the same card you had, isn't it? Wow, what are the odds on that? 1 in 52 is not that big a deal. It could happen more often. Paula, I want to do a trick with a different card. I'm going to run my finger through. You just say stop whenever you'd like, okay?
Stop.
Right there. Below the 4, take the card, take a look.
What? No.
Same card again. No TV magic cards, friend. This is the real deck, okay?
Real deck.
All right, now here's what's going to happen. Paula, in a moment, I'm going to do some strange things with this 9 of diamonds. Not that strange, okay. You're jumping ahead with the group here. No, it's Friday night and away we go. Woohoo! Strange thing with playing cards tonight. Whoa! Okay. No, but you're going to be convinced that maybe I've got more than 1 9 in the deck. I don't, I promise you. This is the only one, I promise. But to preclude that entire line of reasoning, we're going to have you take the magic marker, and I want you to sign your name across the face of the card, big letters, so we'll recognize this particular card when we see it. What the hell is this? Tire. The guy at the gas station's got my pen. Yeah, mad as hell. I wonder who's got my thermometer. You know that. You don't know that joke. Ask her. She knows. Paula, hold your thumb up for me. Perfect. Jesus, you're under a lot of pressure, aren't you? Plug down that Jack Daniels. Come on, let's go here. All right, okay. No, here we go. Here. I was at the bank. They were giving these out today. They were giving away calendars. I didn't have a screwdriver. I'm going back tomorrow, though. Pick the magic marker. Across the face of the card, escribe su nombre. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. Are you an artist? Fabulous. Nice job. Did you go to Catholic school? The nuns would be proud of that, I'll tell you what. I went to a rough parochial school. It was Our Lady of Perpetual Perspiration. It was a rugged school. The head nun, Sister Mary Pugnacious was her name. She was a big woman. I'm sorry, Ignatius. I always got that wrong. She was always beating kids up. I thought it was an apt name for a woman built like the side of a barn. You know what I'm saying? She wore a black leather habit. This is a severe nun, Fred, I'll tell you. She even had a tattoo. Yeah, she even had a tattoo that said, "Born to raise Lazarus." It was amazing. Paula, I'm not going to make it to the car. Lightning's going to strike me dead on the way to the car. Paula, your name's on there. It doesn't rub off, doesn't peel off. It is really on there. But so follow me now. We're going for a little ride. I take the 9 of diamonds. You follow me, Mary? I take it down below the center of the pack here, about like so. Push the button in. Like an elevator brings it right back to the top. Paula, 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 Paula. All right, this is great. Pretty soon they'll all start to chant. I've seen it happen. Even a guy in the back that doesn't think he has to will start chanting. I can see you know. Where am I? Now that I need me. Oh, yes. I'm going to out-jog the 9, making it stick out so you don't think I'm doing something funny. You got it? Okay. If I take that 9, drop that card very clearly into the middle of these. These cards very clearly go in the middle of those. I'd say we're talking heavy middle. Now, Susan, they're going, "I'll bet it's on top already, Mr. Magic." That's a good guess, honey, but that was your card from last time. Remember that? There's a thin thread runs through this entire act. It's very thin tonight.
You do have to pay attention.
Push the button. Whoop, that's good. Check it out. Paula, 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 Paula. All right, okay. Pretty soon everyone will start to chant. Even you. All right, okay. Oh, you want to chant Sue's name? All right, we'll give you a chance for that later. Okay. Right now it's Paula. Get with the program, will you? This is when I do late at night after I get my. Here, I'm going to take the 9. I'm going to drop it like so. I'm going to dribble the cards like so. Paula, 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 Paula. Now some of you aren't chanting because you want to see the bottom card. I don't blame you. Let's all look together, shall we? Son of a gun, it's her card again. Can you believe it? Thin thread runs through the entire act. It's very thin tonight. Now, if you thought that was good, even if you didn't, here's the convincer. This will probably convince you I need professional help. Okay. I'm going to make it easier for you to follow, Paul. I'm going to put a crimp in the card. Technical term for bend, crimp. Okay. Paul is not. Okay. You take that card, very clearly drop it into the middle of these cards like so. You watching? Like a hawk. You're all over me like a bad rash. Push the button for me right there. Whoop, that's good. Check it out. Paula, 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 Paula. Okay. Now, friends, I've been to rock and roll concerts with some of you folks, okay? You wait for it to get real good before you jump in, start singing along. I got news for you, pal. This is as good as it's going to get right here, okay? I'm at the top of my game. I'm rolling downhill. I want you to avoid the remorse of walking to your car later saying, "We should have chanted Paula's name when we had the chance." Just saying. Yeah, you can do it, Paula. Paula, do you know how to cut cards? A professional. Here's what I need you to do. With the remainder of the deck of cards, I'm going to put them right here. I need you to cut this stack of cards as close to half as you can. Close to, this is going to blow your mind. Cut them up. Oh, nice job. We could count, but how boring would that be? All right. Sue, do me a favor. Push the button on top. Say up. Up. Not only has Paula's card come to the top, it's changed into your card from last time. Okay, so it's not that good a trick. Let me ask you this. Would it be a better trick, and would everyone start chanting Paula's name if her card showed back up under my drink? Paula, 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 Paula. All right. Okay. Now, 3 times I got her card under this drink. I'm going to put your card under this drink again. under challenge condition. Dave's staring at that goddamn drink over there, looking at it. All right. Made the ice melt in the damn thing. All right, let's go. Johnny boy, reach in and take a card. Yeah, get one that's easy for you to remember. It's late. I can't remember the card. All right. Don't show it to me. The whole idea is that you take them out and I have to find them again. You show them to me, it's a lot easier. The magic aspect kind of goes away a little bit. Okay. All right. Johnny boy, we'll drop it. I'm going to show it to everybody else. There you go. That's good. John's card. Hey, Dave, you're still there. Okay, I'm doing good. John's card. When I first learned how to do all these tricks, I was working in a little bar in Snowmass, Colorado. Anybody ever been to Snowmass? Okay. This guy insisted on shuffling the cards himself. Now, normally I don't let people do that because they shuffle them on the floor and in puddles of beer. But this guy happened to be the linebacker for the world champion twice in a row, back-to-back, not just last year. We got hopes this year, Denver Broncos. Ooh. It's always a risky line when you come to this country, the Bills country out here. So here's the deal. Show you what this guy did. He was a big man, 9 feet tall. I'm not about to argue with this guy. He stood, blocked out the sun when he came in the door. I gave him the card. Show you what he did. He started mixing them up in kind of an unorthodox. I was horrified. The cards were out of my hand. I couldn't do a thing. The big guy wasn't finished though. He said, "All right, wise guy, find it now." You can imagine my dilemma. Half the cards are up, half the cards are down. Some of these cards are actually here. I get them back to back. I put them together like so, and I gave him a little riffle. What that does to you, it puts them all back together, except for one card, this one right here. That's the 6. Is that the one, Johnny boy? Yeah. All right. But wait, that's not what I wanted to show you. Check this out. I have a queen of diamonds on the bottom. I have nothing very exciting here at the top. Really, nothing very exciting there at all. In fact, in poker, that's what they call a Nebraska. Not much there. I'm sorry, do we have anyone from Nebraska in the crowd? I hate to have to explain it.
So we know all
Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do, Paul. I'm going to spread these cards at kind of a rainbow type affair. Let me get them spread. I'm going to want you to see them. I want you to be able to see them all. I'm going to give them a little spread just like so. Paula, any card you like, from the very top to the very bottom, any card in between, push one card forward towards me. Anyone at all. You want to change your mind, or are you happy? No, happy, okay. All right. Now, out of these 52 cards, you got a total free choice. You could have pushed any card forward you wanted. That's the one you pushed. Now, you remember the one we started was the 9. That was the other red 9. It wasn't heart. It was the diamond, right? 9 of diamond. Check it out. Paula. Oh, shit. Let me ask you this. Would it be better if I got your card back under the drink over here? Paula. 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 All right, okay. This is terrific. All right. Now, I don't normally explain how the glass thing works, but I like this crowd. The parts of it, anyway. So I'm going to explain how this thing works. Did you want a cocktail? You want a glass of water? What do you want? You sure? Okay. Yes, dear. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes. I'm going to explain how the glass thing works. David, are you ready? Okay. Have some more beer, David. That's good. This makes the explanation go a lot easier.
We have to leave in a few minutes.
Oh no.
They just told them we're done.
What? No. Yeah, but we're 4 minutes. 4 minutes, maybe. You have a babysitter to take care of?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you an extra $5. You can give her the tip. Okay. All right. See, a lot of people think it's quickness of the hand is what deceives the eye. Happens so fast, ha! Like a snake bite. You can't see it go. That's not. I'm going to do it for you real slow, Mary. You ready? You got it, Mary? All right, stay with me because we're rolling smoke. I'm going to take a random card like the high, like the. Oh, maybe not totally random. Coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to leave the 9 over here. I'm going to drop the glass on top. That's when the magic happens. See, that's not the 9 of hearts. Here's the 9 of hearts here. This card under the drink. Paula, 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 Paula. All right. Hang in there for just 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. It's going to be worth it. All right, so here's the deal. Before we wrap up this set, we're going to enter the darker world of gambling. Ooh. My father was a very wise man. He said to me when I was a much younger man, he said, "Son, remember there's a sucker in every card game. So if when you sit down and you look around the table and you don't see him, you're him." He also said, "Son, never eat at a place called Mom's, never play cards with a guy named Doc." Never argue trucks with a guy named Bubba. Never introduce a girl named Bubbles to your mother. Never drink downstream from the herd. Never look straight up at a bird. And never, ever own an animal that eats while you sleep. You think about it, you realize what a wise man my old man was. May he rest in peace. He also gave me one parting shot of information before I left the house for the final time. He said, son, remember, always put your shoes on first. You can always run without your pants on. He'd helped me that one time. A little fun just now and then is relished by the best of men. You may have nerve, you may have plenty. 5 will get you 10, 10 will get you 20. Attention given, I'll show you how the doctor hides the peekaboo. Select a card, the one you choose. If right, you win. If not, you lose. Game itself is lots of fun. My chances, though, are 2 to 1. A little game of hanky-poo. 2 cards for me, 1 card for you. Hey, diddle-diddle, the queen's in the middle. That's the money card. Keep your eye on the queen. That's the way the rhyme goes. And this is the way they play that little game called 3-Card Monte. Have you heard of this game? Yep. Ah, not your first rodeo, huh, pal? All right. Have you lost money on this?
Nope.
Okay, good. Follow me on this. I got the 2 black cards, the 1 red. We tossed them around like so. The idea, it's like the 3 shell game. You'll notice right away there's no extra vegetable material. No pea. 3 cards only, the purest form of the game. The idea is to follow the queen. 1, 2, or 3. Are you watching?
I'm trying.
1, 2, 3. Where is it?
The middle, 2.
That'd be 2. Wow, you are. All right, back off. We have a player here. We have a shooter. All right, and smarter than the average bear. Here we have. I'm going to toss them. I'm going to try and throw you off the train now. Okay, so hold on tight, Annie. All right, okay. 1, 2, or 3. Where's it now? This one? Man, you are good at this game. Let's play. Let's play for money. Let me show you how they do it on the streets. We'll get you out of here in a second. Just relax. All right, okay. Here's the idea. We toss them around just like so. The idea, follow that queen. Okay, this is how they do it on the streets in New York City. 1, 2, or 3. Who's watching? Anybody watching?
Yep.
Where's it? You were very close. You were right next door, honey. You were so close. That was the closest miss I've ever seen. Here, I'm going to make it easier for you to follow because I like this crowd. Parts of it. Here we go. I'm going to toss them around like so. The idea, I'm going to show you where we toss the queen. All right, I'm going to show you a black 2. I show you the second black 2. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. It's up to you. 1, 2, or 3. Which one?
3.
Honey, I'm trying to help you here. Did I not indicate where the 3 was? I'm trying to help. That's where the 2 was. I'm trying to help. In all fairness, though, this game is not a game at all. It's a con game. Swindle, a flim-flam. It's a fraud. 3 or 4 guys all working together against you, the mark. Street jargon for sucker, politely put. I didn't name you that. All right, okay. Bring it up with you folks. This next thing I'm about to show you actually happened to me. True story. I was at the Oakland Coliseum in California many years ago. I was there for a rock and roll concert. The details are kind of hazy. But one thing I do remember is I went to the men's room to take care of some other business. I got roped into a game I should never have been playing. Pushed my way through the double doors, Mark. Before I could get to the stalls in the back wall, 5, 6 guys, hands and knees, playing this game tile floor by the sinks. Standing behind the dealer as I was, Mary, I thought I had the inside track on the game. So the dealer turns off to pay off one of his partners. Another guy in the crowd reaches out, puts a crimp in the corner of the queen. Easy to tell where the queen has got the crimp in it, see? Dealer then comes back and says, all right, let's play cards. He says, keep your eye on that queen. He moves it around. I didn't have any money with me. I had to go borrow the $20 from my best friend. His name was Mark, too. What are the odds? I got $20 from my pal Mark. I laid it down on the sure bet. You guessed it. Ended up a loser. Now, I know. I blew my mind. But as I said, the game is a swindle. Had its origins on the riverboats on the Mississippi River many years ago. There, quite frankly, hasn't been a winner since. But tonight, Paula, you're going to be happy to know that I've been authorized by the owner and management here at the lovely Cellar Restaurant, Bob and Sandy, to give you a chance to win some money. Are you excited? I knew you would be. Stay with me. I'm going to explain the rules as we go along. In other words, I'll tell you when you win. Check it out, Mark. We'll have you out in here in a second, Mark. Get Nancy there. I got 1 black 2. I got the second black 2, okay? And then I have the queen. Oops. Now, there's no sleight of hand involved here. I spread the cards out like so. Paula, if you point to any card but the queen, in other words, point to a 2, we'll give you $100, courtesy of Bob and Sandy. They got a checkbook. Point to a 2, $100. Which one? This one? Okay. All right. Point to a 2, we'll give you $62.50. Okay. Right, point to it, we give you $12. The odds are going down. Yeah, you don't want this one, honey. Get the checkbook ready. Check it out. Here it is here.
No!
Oh, Paula. Now, Paula, I feel bad, honey. You didn't win the money, but let me ask you this. If the 9 was on top of the deck where the 2s were supposed to be, what do you suppose the 2s are? Want to show them, Mary?
Oh, man.
Yes. Come on, I'll have a little bit here. There you go. Thank you very much. Yes, indeedy. All right. So, Paula, before you leave, we're going to have to read. This card has been up and down the deck, all around the place, under the drink several times. These are the 2, by the way, remember? Right. I'm going to give you a little souvenir of our time together, as insignificant as it may have been. We'll see what we can do here and make this memorable thing for you here. It doesn't look like much right now, but it'll pick up as we go along here. There you go here, and a little here, and a little bit up here. Then we do one of this, one of that, this, and that. And now we put this down here like so. And we go 9, 14. Now here's the deal. Paula, your name's on this side. On this side it says, good luck, my name, and the date. Now, here's the deal. Keep it with you. It'll bring you good luck. Well, when you go home tonight, you put that card under your pillow.
Okay.
The next morning there'll be a $5 bill there.
Okay.
I could have said a 20, you know. Don't make a liar of a nice magician.
$100 bill.
Well, you're going to have to negotiate for anything higher than 5, honey. I'm sure you can work it out, but that's for you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And thank you, guys. You are the best audience we've had in all the time. Thank you very much. It was great stuff. Woo! Thank you. Okay. We're about to dive into the explanation of what I consider probably one of the best things I do. It's taken a long time to get it to this point, and I've been wanting to put this down for a long time, and so I'm really happy to get this down on film. The very first night I ever saw this was a night that still lives in my heart. It was the 12th of July, 1977. I know this because I had just driven a motorcycle across the high desert to Colorado from California, and walked into the Tower Bar, where I knew the guys that ran the place and owned it with John Denver, and sat down behind the bar, and a guy named Bob Sheets came roaring into the bar. I didn't know Bob Sheets from anybody. I was 30 years old, didn't know any magic. I sat there at the bar, but I did have the advantage of reading a magic book called How to Do Tricks with Cards by Bill Turner, a little tiny paperback number that I still have in my library, but it had things about the glide, ooh, and the pass, you know, so I knew all about this, the sleight of hand stuff. So when Bob got behind the bar and started to do I'm not as good as the other guys kind of stuff, you know, it completely took me apart when my card kept showing up under the drink. It absolutely affected me deeply. And so that's where it started with me. He, of course, picked it up from the great Heba Haba Al in Chicago. So it's bold, it's in their face, it's under their nose. I tell them it's going to happen, and I still do it. So there's a lot of different elements that go into this. And so we're going to start this ball down this track, and hopefully we can kind of keep it on track. Bob Sheets once told me that you have to do a trick 1,000 times before it's yours. Somewhere along the line, I passed the 1,000 mark, and then the 2 and the 3, 4,000 mark. I've probably done this routine over 30,000 times for real people. So there's a lot of stuff that I do that I'm not sure what I'm doing at the time. I just, over the period of time, trial and error, that works, that doesn't work, this is the way I'm going to do it now. So hopefully with Kaz's help and Mark's help here, we can kind of keep me on track and keep it rolling here. We're about to jump into this thing. If you've already seen the performance end of this particular routine, you realize that there's a straight line from the beginning to the end, but there's a lot of little side trips that we go on. It's been described to me in musical terms as a fugue. A central theme is established, and then all these little side melodies go off and go all around, but they always come back to the central theme, which in this case is the card going under the glass. A lot of different routines are hung on the thing. I spent some time with a martial arts master in California, and he said this is like a martial arts form. You go through all of the routine and all of the moves that you need to do to make this thing work, and It's just like a martial arts routine, in that if you get involved in an altercation, you know what comes next and where it goes, but all depends on what the audience or your opponent, as it were, in martial arts decides to do. So there's a lot of different ways this can go. I'm going to try and give you the bare bones of it, and then if you look at the live performance, and maybe even one or two more live performances, you'll see that it kind of goes a lot of different places, but it always comes back to a central theme. So with that in mind, I think it's time to take this apart and try and explain as best I can the individual modules of this particular trick. This is a very modular thing. You can put in one section or not, depending on how it goes. You can stop it anywhere along the line. It's a versatile routine for that. I don't really expect anyone to learn this chapter and verse from start to finish, because it's about 35 minutes long when you start adding the shtick and everything else in it. But I'll give you the bare bones, and maybe just by watching the bare bones of it, you will see different elements that might help you or give you some tools in your kit bag for card sleights and such. So let's start with the transposition. So what I'm going to do right now, Dan, is I'm going to do a trick for all you guys here that I have been doing for 35 years. Every time I do this trick, someone in the crowd says, "Man, I wish I'd watched a little closer." I'm just saying. That's what they say. You can do whatever you'd like, okay? So let me, I'm not setting these cards up. I'm just putting them where they need to go. There's a subtle distinction. This is a hot crowd. I think this is the one. This could be the one. Yeah, this could be the one. Just don't screw it up there. That's all. I'm just kidding. Every time I do this, they say that. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Okay. All right. Every time I do this, they say they wish they watched. Well, Jesse, help me out, sir. Reach and take out a card from me, if you would, sir.
I use my left hand.
Use your left hand. Use your clean hand. Never mind, it's an old gag. Hey, reach in and take one out. Take one out of there, for God's sake. It's slowing things down. All right, okay. Yeah, all right. He's been here since noon. I can't get him to leave. Nadine, take out a card, honey. Perfect. You got it? All right. Now I'm going to show the cards around to everybody. Mike's over there going, "I didn't get to see the cards." Relax, Mike. I'm going to show you the cards, okay? All right. In fact, I'm going to add a little theatricality to this particular trick. It's a little. I didn't say a lot. It's just a little. I don't have a big budget for this thing. You wouldn't believe what I'm getting paid for this. Drop your card in here. I'm going to show it around. Nadine, honey, is that you? All right? Were your parents Chuck Berry fans? I'm just checking. Okay. No? Way before Chuck. Drop it in there. This is Jesse's card. Jesse's card. Okay? Now, my job is to try and find these cards. That's the way they work. You guys take them out, I try and find them. Is that the way they work here in Owego?
Yeah.
I got to check. I'm from Aspen. We do things differently in Colorado. It's legal there. Okay.
No, because the air pressure.
Oh, that's what it is? Yeah. Have some of this air pressure. Cut that out. Okay. I never thought when I moved to Colorado 38 years ago that I'd be in the leading state. It's unbelievable. I'm going to get Jesse's card first. I'm going to get your card in a second. Don't feel left out. Jesse, if I've done this right, Lord, I love it when a plan comes together, don't you? Check it out. Ace of diamonds, Jesse, one card down, one to go. I'm going to get Nadine's card by the fancy cut. They fly around my hands like little birds around a nest. And your card, Nadine, check this out. The Ace of Hearts. Ooh, Ace of Hearts is over here. Ace of diamonds is over here. How we do? Apparently not very good. Oh, they were switched. Oh, no, we can fix this. Nadine, Jesse, if you guys just swap seats, we can make this all work out. All right, fine. I'll do it the hard way. Dan, you ready? There it is. Check it out.
All right.
What? Oh, she's hot. All right, now, that was kind of quick. And the second thing they say after they say they'd wish they'd watch closer, they say, "Man, I must have looked away for maybe a split second there. I sure wish the guy would do that one again." Now, normally I don't do it again, but I like this crowd. Well, parts of it anyway. So,
Really?
Really? Okay. Annie, reach in. Here, do this.
Do it up, Ann.
Take any card. Just take one out. Fabulous. Dareth, if you would there, take one out too. This is the same trick I just did, but I'm going to have to work twice as hard because they're watching me like, look at Dareth's watching me like a hawk. Tell you what. Nothing under there. All right, okay. Dareth, anywhere you'd like to, hon, slip it in there. Oh, fabulous. Now I'm going to show them around. I'm not going to look. I've seen this trick before. Several thousand times, in fact. Dareth's card. Do you live here in Owego?
Yes, I do.
Fabulous. Okay. You won't forget your card, will you?
I will.
I'm counting on you. Nothing makes any less sense than a card trick you get to the end, they forget the... Is that it?
No.
That would have been good, though, wouldn't it? Drop it right there, Annie. I'm not going to put... No, drop your card there. Drop that one there.
Put that there. I want it in the middle.
You want to do tricks, you get your own bar. I'm working here tonight, okay? Annie's card. Alert the authorities. Annie's here. All right, okay. Same trick I just did. Follow me on this. I'm gonna try and get your card first, Dareth. I'll get yours in a second, okay? Dareth, how did I do? 10 of clubs, is that it? Yes! I'm on fire. Put me out. One down, one to go. You remember yours, Annie?
I do.
Okay, wasn't it 10? Eight of spades. Okay, don't make a big deal about it. King of hearts. Damn it, sometimes I get lucky. Wait a second. There it is. I see it talking, Mike. All right, I got it here. I'm gonna give him that fancy cut one more time, Dareth. Just like that. Annie card. Your card right on top, Annie. Check it out. 10 of wait a second. That was your card.
that
What's this one
mine's
over here?
over there.
Oh! The transpositions that I do, I think are very important for this because it really does draw their attention to them, and it sets the thing up where I really want you to watch this, because the more focused they are on whatever I tell them to focus on, the less likely they are to see the card go into the glass thing. I'll explain more of this as we go along, but the wonder words that I use are very important. I'm a big believer in Kenton Knepper's whole theory of the language we use when we deceive. And my routine, my entire act from start to finish, soup to nuts, has a lot of wonder words in it. So I say, you know what, I've been doing this trick for 35 years, and every time I do this trick, somebody in the crowd says, man, I wish I'd watched a little closer. Well, I'm in the crowd here, and that's what they all say, that I'm going to watch closer. That's the whole idea, and that, that's going. I want to plant it in their mind. So the glass really isn't in play at this point. I'm got something that I'm sipping on here, so I am picking up the glass and stuff. But right now, it doesn't really play a part in the thing. First part of the transposition routine. The bare bones of the routine is I have them take out a card. There's a card, and there's another card. It's okay, for the sake of argument, the ace and the king. Okay. All right. So I have the king replaced, like so. All right, and then I have the ace replaced, like so. All right. Then I say, I'm going to get your card first, number one's card over here, and I turn it so I'm looking at myself and I say, I love it when a plan comes together, don't you? And who doesn't like it when a plan comes together? So then I say, King of Diamonds, one down, one to go. I'm going to get your card now with a fancy cut. They fly like little birds around a nest, and your card over here is the Ace of Hearts. Now I know that I got them switched, but I'm playing like, I'm a master magician. Hopefully I got it here. You got it? So that's when they say, no, you haven't got it. You switched them. I said, oh, I switched them. Oh. So that's where the line comes in. Well, I know how we can fix this. If you guys just swap seats, we can make it all work out, which is a laugh line. They kind of go, ha, 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 ha. But when I say, no, I'm just kidding. I'll do it the hard way. Are you ready? And that's when it comes back, and the king is over here, and the ace is over here. This just kneecaps them, okay? This just takes them apart. I think a transposition like this is one of the strongest things you can do in a bar with a bar act, because they're going to, oh yeah, you're a magician, huh? Yeah, well go ahead, fool me, magic boy. And when you do this, it takes them apart. They're suddenly, and this is the first part of going into the card of the glass routine. I want to knock them off balance, and they never really regain balance until the very end when it goes under the drink for the final time, and it's over. And by that time, they're just against the ropes. So this is the first jab that gets their attention. And so let me show you how this works. Every deck of cards I have has two Ace of Hearts in it. Okay, all right. Now it doesn't matter what this card over here is. All right. Now here's just a little side trip on the explanation. When I first started to learn the classic force, it was taught to me by on top, having the force cards on the top of the deck. I didn't achieve much success with that, and so one of Ken Brooks' books, the Unique Years, I think, in the very back of it, there's a tip where he says force it from the bottom, and it was as soon as I started doing that, it made all the sense in the world. So I have two cards that are the same. Obviously, the two aces are on the bottom of the deck here. All right, I'm going to go to this person first, and I'm going to have them select a card. I just cut it so that the ace is here, big old break here, right here. Got it? All right. So I got two chances to force the card. Sometimes I miss. Not often, but sometimes I miss. They want to go shopping, or they want to, and you can usually tell when they go into the thing if they're kind of like hesitant, or they want to, if they start to do this. That's when I pull back and go, oh, I didn't realize we were going to go shopping today. I'd hate to be with you at Neiman's. Gee whiz, it'd be all afternoon just to get a pair of socks. I'm trying pimping them a little bit, trying to, come on, let's get this, take the card, will you? So anyway, more on the classic force later, but these are the two cards they're the two aces right here. So I want to make sure that this person over here gets one of them, okay? So there you go, okay? And then this guy's card over here can be any card at all. It doesn't matter. We'll put your card back in the deck here. And another little tip, rather than have them show the card around to everybody, which is always awkward because I can't see it necessarily, I say, give me the card, I'll show it around to everybody else. I'm not going to look. I've seen this trick before, all right? Okay, so I show it around. This may well be worth the price of admission for some of you, but this is a great way to show a card and make sure everybody in the crowd sees it, okay? Now my favorite control here is a cut. It's a double cut generally, but since I want to get that other card in there, I'll just cut this up and cut this to the break. This is, the guy just put the king in over here. All right, now we have this guy put his card in, okay? That's the ace. Now I do a regular double cut. That I take half a portion of the cards below that, put them up here, and then I take this part and put that up here. This should be in your arsenal of card slides. If it's not, I would start with a different tape. The plot thus far is this is what's on top of the deck. All right? Now, I'm going to get ready for a double. Boom, boom. Now, I'm going to get your card first. This is the Ace of Hearts guy over here, okay? Now, if I just do this, chances are very good that this person or someone near him is going to go off, going, that's not the card, that's his card, you didn't get it right, and you don't want them to do that at this point. So the way around that is, all right, I'm going to find your card first, number one. We'll get to the king's card later. Card number one, all right, do a double lift, and I do it so I'm looking at it myself, and I say, oh, I love it when a plan comes together, don't you? And who doesn't? Of course. Say, all right, I got your card, that's the king of diamonds, and now your card, I'm going to get your card by the fancy flying swivel cut. They fly like little birds around a nest. I step on the gas. I don't give them I don't let up in my delivery here one little second, because if I let up a little bit, they're going to go off and go, that's not the card. So I just want to keep it going, and I'm going to get your card now. Here's your card, the Ace of Hearts. Ta-da! All right. Now I step back and I let the chips fall where they may. Because at this point, there's someone very helpful in the crowds going, no, that's not, you switched them. Oh, I switched them? Oh, I know how we can fix this. All right, put the cards down, I put my hands up, I go, I know how we can fix this. If you and you just swap places at the bar, we can make this all work out, which is a very funny line. It gets a great laugh. And sometimes they actually, because they want to be helpful, they'll actually get up. And I said, no, just stay where you are, because I'm going to do it the hard way. Are you ready? And then I go into this position here, and you can sort of feel the whole room kind of change, like, that was a funny line. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, God. Oh, no, I know what's going to happen. And when you turn these cards over, and suddenly they're in the right place, you can feel the air get sucked out of the room. It just kills them. And it knocks them off balance. And this is that balance thing I was talking about earlier. This is designed to knock them off balance, and they never really regain balance until the very end, when when it finally goes under the glass for the final time. They are completely off balance the entire time, and this is the thing that starts it. Now, I've also found over the years that when I do that simple transposition, that what's going through their mind that they want to see that again. And go, wait a minute, do that again. So I say, now, I told you the first thing they say is, I wish I watched closer. The second thing they say is, man, I wish, this guy must have done something to divert our attention. I wish the guy would do that one again. Now, normally I don't do it again, but I like this crowd. So I'm going to do a transposition again, but it's going to be slightly different. So I have two other cards selected, and these are two different people, okay? I like to, this is the way I want to try and kind of draw a circle and kind of like rope them in there and then kind of tighten so everybody gets tight as an audience, okay? There's a lot of audience management going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So I'm going to try and explain all of that. But so, I'll try and, if there's a central core, a person that's eventually going to sign the card in the middle, two other people here are going to peek the cards, I will do this part here, oftentimes with bookends. The far guy on that part of the bar and the far girl on that side of the bar. So we get, so these two people, do it. And oftentimes I will grab glasses and two glasses and put them on top of the glass. For some reason, this elevates the prop level. It looks nice. It's easy to tell that this was his card and another card was over here. So sometimes I use a glass to do it. And in the performance aspect of the tape, that you'll see at the bar, real life at the bar, you'll see I use two glasses. Just grab two glasses and put them up there. So when they're watching, and now that I'm pretty sure they're watching, or at least half watching, this next part's going to ensure that they pay very close attention. So now all I do is I have two other cards selected. For example, it doesn't matter, but I'm just going to pull cards out that are going to be a little easy for everybody to remember. Okay. It doesn't really matter what they are in this particular case. You want to try and make sure they don't get the Ace of Hearts twice. That kind of blows the thing. But anyway, here we go. So this is, here's the situation. That's card number one. That's card number two. Okay. All right. So I say, all right, we're going to do it again. It's harder this time because you know what to look for, and I got to work twice as hard, but I'm up for this if you're up for watching, okay? Again, I want to pound them into watching what's going on here. So, all right, so number two, we're going to put number two's card in first. There's your card, the 10 of diamonds. And once again, show this around the room. You're in charge. They're watching. See, the beautiful part about this is they're not only are they seeing the card, but they're also seeing your face. You're the star. Let's not forget, okay? All right, so here's your card goes in here like so. Now again, I'm going to do the first part of a double cut, or actually basically just one cut. I just take some cards from the bottom half here, put them on like so, all right? And then I extend this card, which is his card, his card over here. And then I say, all right, we're going to put your card in here along with it, okay? Now, again, now I do a double cut, once, twice. So here's the deal on the top of the deck, all right? So I go to number two, and I say, we're going to find your card first. I'll get yours in a second. Don't feel left out. I'll be right back. So again, I do a push off, get ready. I say, all right, card number two, here's your card. And that's his card. All right? So now, they're expecting something else to go haywire. And when I get the card, it again keeps them off balance, okay? So I say, all right, card number one, there's your card over here. And now I do something that was taught to me by a fellow named Christopher Fair 35 years ago. It's the fancy flying swivel cut, okay? It's probably in the basic Buck Brothers Volume 1. It's a simple cut, but it's very confusing. I'll do the fancy flying swivel cut up to speed. It's a really simple thing to do. So I'll break it down into steps. I take the top third, push that over into my left hand. I cut this wide open and stick this thumb into that space right there, at the same time picking up the bottom stack. All right? Now, I do a swivel like this and drop it on top. Everything's back in the same order. It's a full deck retention cut. Fancy flying swivel cut. I'm sure there's another name for it, probably the J.G. Thompson cut from Frank Garcia's book. I have no idea exactly what it is, but Christopher first showed me this, and I've been using it ever since. and it certainly works for a lay audience, and they have no idea what's going on. It looks really fancy, but you know, everything's the same. Okay, so that's the double cut. So now the order's a little bit differently. I'm going to get your card first. Okay, so I do a double lift, and there's the 10. Right. Oh, I got it right. I'm on fire. Put me out. Now I do that fancy flying swivel cut. Okay, just like so. And your card, and I don't do a double lift. I just take the card off and go, there's your card. And that's when they go, no, that was his card. Oh, wait a minute, this was your, well, what's this one over here? And this card is over here, okay? Now, it's sort of the same trick. It's not quite, but it's a transposition where they, you know, if they were reeling from the first one, now you got them against the ropes again, and you're starting to slug them. Okay, so the first two transpositions, I think, whether or not you do anything else, these two transpositions are probably some of the strongest things you can do. If you're a student of Del Rey, he's got a section in his book called The Bet, which is kind of the same sort of thing. Good enough for Del Rey, good enough for me. So we're going to move on now to the next phase. Okay.
Excellent.
Now, up until now, some of the sharper crayons in the box may have noticed that I've been having cards physically removed from the deck and put back in. A lot of people think magicians manipulate cards when that happens. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying I don't. But to preclude that entire line of reasoning, we're not going to have a card removed, we're going to have a card peeked at. I'll show you how this works. Dan, hold your left thumb in the air, Danny boy. Perfect. I'm going to bevel the cards like so. I'm going to hold the cards up like so. And what I need you to do with that thumb, not down here, not up here, but right along the corner, stick your thumb anywhere you want to in there and peek at a card. You get the idea? Mike peered on his shoulder. He's been slamming down these cocktails since he got here at noon. Thumb up. I'm not going to look. Right along here, just anywhere you want to, okay? You there, Mike? You look like the umpire over the catcher. Well, that was cute, but I wanted you to see a card. Did you see one? You did? Enough so you'd recognize it again? Serious? Did you see it too? Oh, sure. He's going to lie. He's going to swear to it. I've seen this act before. They gang up on they don't even know each other. They're ganging up on the magic guy. Dan, this does not sound like much, but follow me in this. If you tell me what your card is, I'm going to tell you where it is. I know it doesn't sound like much, Andy, but this is going to kick your... tell me what it is, I'll tell you where it is.
4 cards.
Really? Yep. That's the one under my drink.
No way.
Let's check, shall we? Oh! Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes here. The first peek to card under the glass, okay? So, here's the deal. I've just done the double transposition. They're off balance, they're reeling, they don't know what's going to happen. I say, now, you know, some of the smarter ones in the crowd have realized that cards have been removed and then put back into the deck. A lot of people think magicians manipulate cards when that happens. So we're not going to have a card removed, we're going to have a card peeked at. Okay, so now I just do the classic peek. All right, little finger goes along the deck like so. All right, and I have someone stick their thumb in there. All right. I let the break close up here, but I've got a big old little finger break right here. All right, now I double cut the cards once, twice. Okay, and the 7 of diamonds is automatically right there, and I say, did you saw enough so you'd recognize it again? You did? And now all I'm going to do here is just a simple riffle shuffle all the way to the bottom card, which is the 7 of diamonds. Automatically, that's the way it goes. So now that's on top of the deck. Now they see all this stuff going on. They see me shuffling the cards, all right? And as far as I'm concerned, I have no idea where the card is. And they think they got me on the run. But I know exactly where the card is. It's on top, okay? So I say, I got an idea. If you tell me what your card is, I'm going to tell you where it is. And when I'm doing that, I slip the card out like so, into the palm. Card simply off like that. Pad of the little finger is going to go on that corner right there. And as I do, it pops the card right up into my thing. And then with these 2 fingers here, I just push it into the palm. Okay? So I say, all right, now this is where I say, all right, if you tell me what the card is, I'll tell you where it is, and that's when I go to the mat. And then I just come down here, move the glass slightly out of the way, spread the cards out in that way, getting their eye to go this way while I load the glass under it, the card under the glass. One more time, all right? 7 of diamonds, Let's take it from the very top, okay? All right, stick your thumb out. They peek the card. This is 7, okay? I got my finger in here. No, enough so you'd recognize it again? Oh my God, did you see it too? Sure. Oh my God, they're gonna gang up on me now. All right, 7's right here. And while I'm talking to them, I'm just casually shuffling the cards. And as if I don't know where the card is myself. I'm not sure exactly where it is. I know it's the last card I got in my hand right here. It's perfect, okay? And I say, I got an idea. You tell me what the card is, I'll tell you where it is. Cards go like this, cards go like this, goes under the drink. And they say, and I lean into them at that point. I go, tell me what your card is, okay? Now I'm showing an empty palm over here. They tell me what your card is. They say 7 of diamonds. Oh, under my drink. And a lot of times that doesn't register with them. They kind of go, huh? No, under my drink. And they look down and go, oh, there it is. And that's when you got the first one. That's the first card under the drink. All right, now that was kind of quick. Even Anna, and it's Sparky back here, younger brother, said, well, yeah. We'll take a deep breath. We'll do it again, okay? Give you another run at it, okay? All right, okay. All right. Lori, reach in, take out a card. Anyone's fine, just try to pick one. Oh, good. Shit, I meant to look at it. I didn't think she was going to take it. Do you? All right, okay. Are you happy with that card? You don't have to, okay? Do me a favor, lay it face down on my palm. I will not look at it, but I'm going to show it to everybody else. This is Lori's card, Lori's card, Lori's card. Lori's card, okay? Marley, hold your right hand palm up for me, darling. Perfect, nice job. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a little landing pad right here. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to blow ever so gently across the back of Lori's card, and then turn your hand over, drop it face up onto the napkin. Blow, go, check it out, see what you got right there. Go. That was your card, wasn't it?
My card! Oh my God!
All right, what was your card?
Let me tell
Yeah.
you. 5 of diamonds.
Under the drink.
No way.
Yeah, way! Yeah, way! Yes. Okay, that was the first one, under the drink. Now, if you had them off balance with the first 2 transposition, this one is like a roundhouse right to the jaw. They are now staggering against the thing, because when that card shows up under there, they are, wait a second. Okay, and I learned a long time ago that the first thing that's going through their mind was like, do that again! Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I say, now I know that was too fast, you guys weren't ready, so get ready, we'll do it again, okay? I tell them I'm going to do it again, but they're not ready for it to come as quickly as possible. So what I do, so I take the first 7, so I know where it is, and I drop it on top of the deck, important position. That's on top of the deck. Now we're going to have this guy take out a card, okay? It doesn't matter what the card is, really. Take out a card, okay? You got it? All right? So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to show, I say, lay the card face down in my hand, because sometimes when I say put the card in my hand, they do it this way, which I don't, So I say, lay the card face down on my hand. I'm not going to look. I've seen this trick before. Thousands and thousands of times. All right? Gets another laugh. So this is this guy's card over here. Okay? Got it? Okay? 2 of spades. All right? Now, you'll go back to the guy with the 7 of diamonds, the number 1 guy, a little closer. I say, here's what I want you to hold your hand palm up. And while you're getting that, no, I'm not swearing you in. That's good. Okay. I do the top change, and I say, hold your hand out, and I lay this card. Now, this is actually the 7. He thinks it's the 2. Now, I say, there's an imaginary X right here. All right? I want you to, and this is why I load them up with verbiage, blow on the back of the card and turn your hand over, drop it face up on the deck. There's a lot of instruction going on there, right? So they kind of get confused. While you're explaining to him what you want him to do, you once again do the top palm, okay? And as blow on the back of the card, turn your hand over, drop it face up on the X. Well, they're doing that, I'm doing this, they're doing that, and I'm also doing this over here. Okay? So that's how the second card gets loaded. Go, blow, check it out. See, while they're doing that, I'm putting this guy's card under the drink. They toss this over and they go, no, wait, that was my card. Oh, wait, but that was your card. Well, what? And then I say, what's your card? And I'm trying to get their attention over here, as if I'm looking for their card, and it's already under the drink. Boom. No, it's over here. If the first one was a right to the jaw, this is a left to the side of the head. They don't know what's going on now. They are so off balance, it's pathetic. All right, so that's the second time under the glass. I'm going to lower the bar a little bit. I mean, not this bar. I mean, make it easier. That's the expression. We're going to have one card selected. We'll have Anna help us out. Anna, reach in and take out one card. That's good. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Whoa, whoa, easy. See? Just go with me and stop messing around. You spill the wine and everything's going to go crazy. Yes, please, take one. That's good. Here. Are you not getting one? Come on, I got to catch a bus, for Christ's sake. Let's go. What time's the bus to Appalachian? Reach in, take a card, will you, for Christ's sake? Take a look at it. Show it to Marley. All right, okay. Wait a minute, wait. What happened? Have we used this one? We have? Oh my God, it's the same card that Marley had. What are the odds on that, huh? 1 in 52. It's not that big a deal. It could happen now. Here's what's going to happen. In a moment, I'm going to do some strange things with this 8 of clubs. Not that strange. Relax. Okay. I know it's Owego and it's Saturday night. And they do some strange things with playing cards on Owego on Saturday night. Woohoo! But no, you're going to be convinced that maybe I got more than one 8 of clubs. I don't. This is the only one, I promise you. But to preclude that entire line of reasoning, I'm going to have you take the magic marker and right across the face of the card, big letters, you can sign your what the hell is this? It's a tire gauge. God, the guy at the gas station's got my pen. I am mad as hell. I wonder who's got my thermometer. You know that joke, don't you? What? Are you almost empty, aren't you? All right, here. Hold your thumb up. That's good. A little higher so they can see in the back. That's good. Jesus, you're under a lot of pressure, aren't you? Wow. I'll snake you a shot of tequila just to kind of take the edge off. Here we go. Here, I was at the bank. They were giving these out today. They were giving away calendars. They didn't have a screwdriver. I'm going back tomorrow. Are they open on Sunday? Take the magic marker. And right across the face of the card, big letters, write your name. Escribe su nombre, as they say in the kitchen. Maybe not here in Owego. Colorado, they're all Spanish up there. Yes, sir. All right. Not racist, it's reality. Here we go. Anna's name. How you doing there, young man? You all right? Good. You waiting for the bus or something, hanging around? Oh, okay. Shows a lot better with a drink in your hand. I'm just saying. You know? The more you drink, the better this looks. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Hey, did you come back, didn't you? Oh, you brought the youngsters with him. Oh, good. We can teach them a few new words. Great. They were here last night. Boy, howdy, we're dragging them back out here. And his name. So you don't think I have a whole deck full of 8 clubs, right? These are not rhetorical questions. I could use the feedback, right? Right. Jesus, they're out there now. I can hear them breathing. Stay with me. I'm going to take Anna's card. Doesn't rub off, doesn't peel off. That's her card right there. I'm going to drop it very clearly below the center of the pack, about like so. Jimmy boy, push the button right there. Boop, like an elevator, brings the card right back to the top. Anna. Yeah, pretty soon, everyone starts to chant. Even guys hanging out by the back wall that don't have a drink in their hands will start chanting. At least participate, for Christ's sake, all right? Standing like a bump on a log, for crying out loud. I'm going to out-jog the 8. This is what I do late at night after I get my kids to bed. I entertain myself with this one. I'm a sick man. Cheaper than a 4th child, though. I have 3 kids, 1 of each. What, a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead? Where are you going with that? You got a sick mind. Sick mind. No, I have 2 lovely boys, little girl. 2 are adopted, in fact, and as soon as we find a home for the 3rd one, I get my magic room back. My ex-wife hates that joke, but then again, who gives a shit? All right, okay, now look, I take the 8, I drop it very clearly into the middle of these. These cards very clearly go in the middle of those. Let's say we're talking heavy middle, okay? Anna's thinking, I mean, it's on top already. No, that was the 8 of hearts. Has no bearing on anything at all. Push the button here, Anna. Boop, that's good. Check it out. Anna. All right, okay. All right, pretty soon everyone starts to chant. Even folks walking by on the street have no idea what's going on. All right. Here's the convincer. Probably convince you I need professional help. I take the 8 and I drop it very clearly onto the table, and from a distance I dribble the cards like so. all the way up to the top. Oh my God. And up, and up, and up, and up. Now Jake's back here going, I'm not going to chant until I see the bottom card, Mr. Magic. Of course, let's all check together. There's that 8 of hearts again. Makes no sense, does it? I lost the second card, but we'll have to work on that. Okay, now, if you thought that was good here, this is it. This is the one puts them right over the rainbow, Kevman. All right? I'm going to make this easier for you to follow, Jake. That'll be probably helpful for you. I'm going to put a crimp in the card. Technical term for bend, crimp. All right? Ooh, just like that. All right? And okay. And okay. Ooh. You guys need to get out more. You really do. I'm going to take Anna's card with a big old bend in it. I'm going to drop it below the center of the pack, about like so. You watching? Like a hawk. Any closer, I have to put you in the act. Push the button right there, Anna. Boop, that's good. Check it out. Ooh. Oh, can you believe it? And up, and up, and up, and up. All right, now, pretty soon they'll all start to chant. All right, here we go. Do you know how to cut cards, Marley? Yeah, just take top half to the bottom. It's not a big technical thing here, honey. You know? Yeah, this is not like you're passing the, any kind of a board of excellence or anything. Here's what I need you to do. I'm going to give you the remainder of the deck of cards right here. I want you to cut them in half, as close to half as you can. Okay, close to half. This is going to blow your mind, Kev. Cut them up there, Hot Rod. There you go. Beautiful. All right. Oh, I love it. We could count, but how boring is that? Anna, push the button on top. Say up.
No.
Not only has Anna's card come to the top, it's changed now into the 8 of hearts, which makes no sense at all. I have no idea where this even came from. Yeah. Would it be a better trick? And would everyone start chanting her name if Anna's card showed back up under my drink?
It would indeed.
Anna, 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 Anna. Yeah, all right, okay. Now, the plot thus far is that these cards have gone under the glass twice and they don't know what hit them, okay? Now, there's a lot of heat on this glass right now. And and I imply that it's going to happen again because it is going to happen again. But now we're going to throw in something along the way to kind of get their mind and their energy off the glass thing. And the way I do that is do an ambitious card routine, okay? So, I will describe briefly my ambitious card routine. You know, you can get Daryl's book, The Omnibus, and there's like a million different ways to get the card to come to the top. That plot only goes so far with an audience. It's interesting, but you don't need to keep hitting them over the head with it. So mine is pretty straightforward. Let me show you again what happens on the thing. Routine-wise, and then kind of go back and fill in the places with the thing. These are the 2 cards that have been used. I really don't have too much control over these cards because when they peek the card and when they take a card, it's really random what cards they come up with. But if this is the situation, for example, I got this one here. This is the card I want them to sign, obviously. If these are the 2 cards, then I want them to sign this card. I want them to sign it so that they can see, the name on there. Here, obviously, they sign in here, you're not going to be able to see anything. If you get 2 face cards, which is not the optimal situation, but sometimes it happens, then have them sign their name in the margin. Or you can use large index cards. However you want to handle it. But in the meantime, if this is the situation, we're going to set up to do the ambitious card routine, okay? So I say, do me a favor, sign your name on the face of that 2. Now I put the 7 on the bottom of the deck. It doesn't seem important right now, but eventually it'll come around and it'll make a lot more sense, and I'll show you how this works. All right. Cosmos got his name on the card, okay? Now, Cosmo's name on this 2 of spades, notice how my hand just drops away. Cosmo's name on this 2 of spades identifies the 2, so you don't think I have a whole deck full of 2 of spades, right? I can't hear you. These are not rhetorical questions. I could use the feedback. While I'm talking to them, I just drop my hand down over here, and I just use, I just turn the top card over. It doesn't matter what the card is. It's an X card. So I say, all right, Cos's card, his name on there identifies the card, so you don't think I have a whole deck full of 2 of spades, right? Right, okay. I just exposed that. But if this is down behind the bar, or all the emphasis is on this card right here, okay, then you can just do that easy turnover thing. It's easy. So, but the necktie thing, when you say, all right, we're going to put Kaz's card right here on the top of the deck like so, okay, I just keep this deck, you know, out of sight. So I say Kaz's card. Now I'm getting a break under Kaz's card here too, so because eventually I'm going to turn 2 cards over. So you're doing a get ready, but it's just under 1 card. You say, all right, Kaz's card goes right here on top of the deck. Very casual. You don't have to, there's nothing to hide. I mean, there is, but you don't have to be furtive about this thing. Kaz's card is here. This card goes up like that. You do a double turnover. It's easy because you got the break under 2 cards, just like that. Card goes in the middle of the packet like so. Push it in, push the button on top, boop, the card goes right back to the top. Cosmo, 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 Cosmo. All right? All right. Now this, I'm not sure, this is, I got all these different moves from Daryl's omnibus of ambitious card moves. So I'm not exactly sure whose this is. But at this point, here's what I want to do. That's Kaz's card, rest of them are face down, and you got this situation on the bottom. Now I want to get a break under the bottom 2 cards. So what I do here is I pinch with this finger here. I just squeeze between my thumb and my first finger. Okay? What's happening there, you see what happens in the back of the deck? Widens out. So you can just stick your little finger in there. So you do that. I stick my finger in there. Now I'm exposing this. This is all happening in this position, but I'm exposing what's happened. Big wide open space there. I jam my little finger in there, and I'm using the pad of my little finger to push just a little bit while my other hand's on top here. I'm removing it for clarity. But if I just push just a little bit like that, it doesn't even have to be that big. But you just grab it, and now I've got a break under the bottom 2 cards. Do you see what I'm saying? All right, boop, boop. All right, so you pinch, push, get a break, okay? Now, I kick cut that Kaz's card off to the side there, okay? I'm going to use this deck to turn the card over, and at the same time as I push that card forward, I'm dropping off the 2 cards that I have a break under here. See what I'm saying? So that card goes forward, like so. Now, this is the situation, but you don't want to let them see that. So at this point you say, all right, now there's the 2 obviously in the middle. If I take that card and put that card very obviously in the middle of these cards, and then these cards very obviously go in the middle of those cards, I'd say we're talking heavy middle. Now, I know after doing this for thousands of times that they think the card is on top. And you go, no, you're thinking it's on top already. No, actually, that's the 7 of diamonds. This is the first callback. Suddenly the 7 of diamonds comes back in. They're going, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You know, I think the 2's on top. No, it's the 7. Remember your card? Oh, my God. Referring back to that one, okay? Now, while I say, no, that was actually your card. You're keeping track. I'm keeping track of everything. Now, under the surprise of this happening, all I do is a push off, and I get a break under the top card. That's Kaz's card again, okay? All right, that's all I do. So you say, no, here, you need to push the button first. Push the button, boop. When you do, double turnover, there it is back on top. Oh, they don't know what's going on at this point. They are just, you know, they're reeling, okay? Okay, so much for the second phase of the ambitious card. Now we're on to the third phase of the ambitious card. And this is the one where I'm going to turn it over, drop it on the table, dribble the cards up like so, and there it comes back to the top. Boy, pure magic. Let me explain what goes on there. This card, I do a double turnover again. I drop it very clearly onto the table, and from a distance, I dribble the cards like so, all the way to the top, just like that. Boom. Cosmo, Cosmo. When they see this card, it was on the bottom, it came up through the falls, there it is on top again. This is a killer moment. And I've also found over the years that they're going to go, wait a minute, let's see the bottom card, okay? All right, let's all look at the bottom card together, shall we? Son of a gun, it's the 7 again, all right? There's that callback again. So the callback hits once, it hits twice. Now, not only is the sign card in play, but now this other card keeps coming into the play. So it's this interplay of cards and the themes are going back together. So that's the third phase, all right? Now, That's where this is, okay? The fourth phase, okay? All right, now, important. I'm going to milk the bottom card and the top card and put it on top. I'm just going to do this. All right, that goes on top. Now here's the deal. This is an X card, doesn't matter what it is. But this card here, that's the 7 of diamonds again, okay? You're getting set up to do this and knock their block off again. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I'd like to make it easier. I'm going to make it easier for you. And again, I drop the card down and drop the deck down here, and I just turn it over, okay? Now I'm holding, you see where I'm holding, you know, the deck, you can't really see the face card of the deck. It doesn't matter at this point, but, you know, so I do a lot of this back and forth, but okay, so there it is. They don't know that this card is turned over in the top. Now I'm going to do the bent card, okay? So I'm going to make it a little easier for you to follow. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to push this card forward and put a crimp in the cards. Here's the idea. As this card comes, you know, as I'm talking about, we'll do it one more time, and this is the one that puts them in the ditch. I mean, I tell them, this is the strong, and I really want you to watch this, because, you know, card tricks, if they're not watching, they don't know what's going on. So it's really important to remind them to watch. So I'm going to make this easier for you to follow. And at this point, they're going, yeah, that'll be good. Make it easier, because they're bleeding from the ears now. I got them against the ropes, and I'm just slugging at them, okay? They don't know that this card is turned over in the top. I say, take Kaz's card again. I'm going to lay it on top. I'm going to make it easier for you to follow. And this is where they go, that'll be nice. Once again, just do a simple push-off and get ready for it. Got it? Okay? When it's down here against the side of your body, you know, first of all, here, let's start it from the top. You just turn this card over, and at the same time, you just push one card off and get your little finger break above it. So it's easy. So you got a big old break right above that ace right there, okay? All right? They don't see that. We're going to take Kaz's card one more time, and we're going to lay it on top. I'm going to make it easier for you to follow. I'm going to put a crimp in the card. And now I do the kind of an Annam and Christ alignment move kind of thing. I just push the card forward like so. All right? This is 2 cards. And I give them a bend. All right? Put a little crimp in the card. Now put a big old crimp in there. All right? Now you can show this around, okay, to people. Sometimes there's problems with it not being in register. They can see, maybe sometimes it kind of looks like this, okay? So get it as close as you can, and you can flex it. But I keep the card moving. Not like this. No reason to do that. But as long as I keep it moving, they can't really focus on the fine points. But they can see very well that that's Cosmo's card, okay? Now I put that on top. I'm going to make it easier for you to follow. I'm going to drop the crimp below the center of the pack here, about like so. Now this card still has a big old bend in it, so I put my finger on it like so. Notice? Now, can you see the bend? Can you see? Of course they can see the bend. And I'm directing their attention to here, so that hopefully they're not looking over here, okay? Direction is here. Can you see the crimp? Of course they can see the crimp, all right? Now, all right. Back on top. Now again, I've got my finger on this thing so it's not popping up. Now I go from finger to finger. I say push the button on top, say up. And as they do, I let it go off. 1, 2. Ah, this is devastating to them. There it is. Cosmo, Cosmo, Cosmo. So that's the bent corner as it comes up to the top. Okay, here is the last phase of the ambitious card, and it's going to put them straight in the ditch. It really does. Because there's a bent card in the middle here. All you got to do is just cut the cards casually, like so. This cuts right to it. There's the other crimp card right there. So all I do here, this needs to get to the top. You can do fancy cuts for something. At this point, they're staring at this, and they're holding their head, and they don't know what to think. So I just put this on top. It really doesn't, the finesse is not necessary at this point. So this is the other bent card that got bent up in the thing. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't really matter. Say, this is the one that puts them in the ditch. Do you know how to cut cards? I ask them a question, and anytime you ask them a question, you know, they kind of go inwards. They have to answer the question, so they're taken off task of over here, okay? So I say, do you know how to cut cards? And again, I'll just change the weight on my foot from the right to the left. Do you know how to cut cards? I thought you did. As I move forward, I do a top change. Now I do a top change with the 2 bent cards. This is very convincing. Now you notice, see what's beautiful about this is the other crimp card. They're aware that you crimped the card. And so, since this has got a crimp in it, it's got to be the same card. It's not. It's an X card. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? Now, do you know how to cut cards? Yeah, okay. Here's what I need you to do. I'm holding the deck like so. Notice where my index finger is. It's flattened this thing out, because obviously, if you're seeing this, then you can see what's going on. So I keep my finger here. All right, and now you know how to cut cards? Here's what I want you to do. I just top palm the card, just like I did before, topping the deck off, middle, the little finger, beep, right in there, just like so. All right, now, and I can't just put the deck of cards down because it comes down face up. So I have to spin this around and put this here. This little movement I've found over the years is compelling to them to watch. They don't know exactly what's going on. But here's what I need you to do. Cut the cards as close to half as you can. As close to, it doesn't matter where, but I want them to, as close, because now they're, oh, it has to be half? All right, let me see. Now they're focusing on that as opposed to anywhere else. Okay? So they cut the cards anywhere they want to. All right? I put Cosmo's card with the crimp in it. You see the crimp? Of course they can see the crimp. They put it right in there like that. All right? All right? And now sometimes I'll move this forward right in front of the person, right in front of the person who signed the card. I push the button on top, say up. And as they do, not only has the two of spades come to the top, it's changed now into, God, the seven of diamonds again. Where did the seven of diamonds come from? You know, this is, now you're spinning them around a little bit. You're getting them dizzy again. Said, remember that was, you know, there's the third callback to the seven of diamonds. And say, no, well, let me ask you this. Would it be a better trick if I somehow got Kaz's card back under the drink? At this point, they're screaming in pain, agony, and entertainment value. All right? A lot of stuff has gone on. Hopefully that's clear in your mind. It's like a four-phased ambitious card routine with the last card going under there. You don't need to do 17 different varieties of ambitious card. You know, just 4 times is good. You're in control of the thing, boom, and it shows up under the glass. Okay. Oh my God, I didn't think it was really going to be this good at all, did you? I thought we were going to have a nice meal and maybe, card trick or two, but this is unbelievable. All right, 3 times I got Anna's card under this drink. I'm going to put your card under this drink again. Under challenge, Lori's going to look at Lori. She's melting the ice in the drink. Ooh, boy, she's tough. Tough. All right. Jake, take a card. Be somebody. Reach in, take out a card. Anyone's fine. All right, get the one you want. All right, you got it there, Jake. You happy with that one, Jake? Easy to remember? That's good. Okay. Drop it in here. Jake's card, Jake's card, Jake's card, Jake's card. Friends, when I first learned how to do all these tricks out in Colorado, this guy came in, he insisted on shuffling the cards himself. Scotty, normally, I don't let people do that at the bar because they shuffle them on the floor and in puddles of beer. But this guy, Mark, happened to be this linebacker for the world champion twice in a row, back to back, not just last year, maybe next year we got Manning again. Denver Broncos. Woo! Oh, those risky line when you go on. Ooh, Bills country here. Oh, God. All right. At least we. Okay. So I'll tell you what. I'll show you what this guy did. He was a big man, 9 feet tall. I'm not about to argue with a man built like the side of a barn. I'm crazy, not stupid. I gave him the cards. I'll show you what he did. He began to give them kind of an unorthodox shuffle. I was horrified because the cards were out of my hands. But he was obviously out to mess me up, Jimmy. I didn't know what to do. But I figured if I grabbed the card from him, he probably would have killed me. Oh, God, I hope that's the card. That's your card? That'd have been good. All right, okay. You can imagine my predicament, Marley. Half the cards are up, half the cards are down. Some of these cards were actually back to back. I put them together like so, and I gave him a little riffle. What that does, see, Jake, puts them all back together. Except for one card, Jake. This one coming up right about here, right there. Is that the one there? Is that the one? Yeah, right. Woo, woo. But wait, not what I wanted to show you. Check it out. 2 of spades on the bottom, 2 of clubs on the bottom. I have nothing very exciting here at the top. Pair of 6s. Nothing to write home about there. Trust me. Okay? You wouldn't play that, would you? No. I hope if you did, we have a little poker game in the men's room in a few minutes. I'd like to have you stop in. We've got a seat open for you in there.
Moving on.
The only game in town where a flush beats a full house. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. Okay. Anna, hey, what we're going to do, Anna. I'm going to spread these cards in kind of a rainbow type affair. Whoa, just like that. And any card you want, from the top to the bottom, anyone in between, push one card forward towards me. Oh, perfect. Okay. Out of these 52 cards, you had a total free choice. You could have pushed any card forward you wanted. That's the card you pushed. Anna, do you remember the one we started with? Has your name on it. 8 of something, wasn't it? 8 of what clubs? Check it out. Yes! Hey! I was so close. Whack! Would it be a better trick and would everyone start chanting her name if her card showed back up under my drink? Anna! 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 Okay, if you're still with me, and we hope you are, we're going to go into the triumph phase of this thing. All right, the card's gone under the drink 3 times. I say I'm going to put the card under the drink again. Setting up a challenge, okay? Now, I'm going to have another card selected at this point. It doesn't matter who does it. Hopefully not one of the principals, but somebody else out there. Now, I casually put the signed card, Cosmos card in this case, on the bottom of the deck. You'll understand why in a moment. All right? Here, let's do it. Take another sip of my drink. Let me show you what. Here, let's do it. Another quick thing here. Just take out any card you want. Any card you want. And this is a good time to do some fancy thing if you want. I do one of these deals. If you want, it doesn't matter. It's just now you're just going to have a card selected. Okay, so. It doesn't matter. Let's just pull out the King of Diamonds. That's the card selected. Now, I tell a little story about the tower, and in essence, it's based in truth, based on a true story. I say, all right, take out a card, all right, and just drop it right in there. And all I do is the kick cut. Remember the science cards on the bottom. I just kick cut the card, put it anywhere you want to. This is good. Now again, the technique of showing the card around so everybody sees me and the card. That's the selected card. Okay. All right. I double cut the cards once, twice. Okay. Now, he insisted on shuffling the cards himself, and all I do here is I milk the top and bottom card milk. The sign card is right here, okay? And now I can easily expose the cards to faces. They see them all changing. I milk it again, shuffle off, so that what I want to do is I want to have one X card and then the sign card on the bottom of the deck. Kind of goes like this, okay? Now I can see, I can feel, I know what it is after all these years. I can feel that I got 2 cards here. I just drop this on there. They haven't seen anything, but the signed card is right there. Second, top card is their chosen card. I give the deck, this is a very important peak, because when you're starting to show the up and the back upside, some are up, some are down, some are back to back, it's important to have a little thing. So this little move right here is imperceptible, but very important, because eventually you're going to want to be able to cut to that space without jacking around with it. The way that everybody does a slop shuffle is this hand turns, okay? All right. A better way of doing that, or a more interesting way of doing that, is that since this hand revolves like this, there's no reason this hand can't revolve, which makes it a very interesting and kind of almost impossible shuffle to follow. Now, again, I give it a crimp like so that I got a nice old bend in it, because eventually I want to be able to cut to the space and I don't have to jack around with it. So these card goes off like this. Remember, this is the starting and ending phase. This is the way you want your hands. But I can turn this half up like that. They go underneath. This one goes here. Now, if I do this, this is a very confusing shuffle. And if I'm not saying a whole bunch of stuff through it, cards are obviously up and down. Actually, this is the situation. Okay, there's the King of Diamonds right there, all right, and all the rest of these are down, okay? So this is a great, so you don't want to do that. You say half the cards are up, then now with your thumb, you go down below and you cut some of the cards from the bottom. Half these cards are down. Some of these cards are actually back to back. By putting that crimp in there, it's really easy to pick up that, that space there, okay? Where am I? Okay, half the cards are up, half the cards are down, some of these cards are actually back to back, okay? Now when I do that back to back thing, have my back to back, that's the king right there. I want to get a break under it, so I just push it off, quickly pull it back. Now I got a break under it, big deal, okay? Now the half pass is simply this. Here's what happens, okay? All right, and then you can do it surreptitiously if you want. Oftentimes I will use a much broader motion, and as I'm bringing the cards up to I'm going to blow on the deck. As I bring it back up, the larger movement covering the smaller movement again, I just come up like so, and nobody sees it. Rather than keep it all down here, I bring it up for just a little bit. And as I'm bringing it up, larger movement covering the smaller movement, all right, that's all it takes. I get a little riffle like that, and all the cards are back together, except for one card, this card right here, the King of Diamonds. All right. Triumph by itself is a classic, and it has a lot of punch to it, but here you go. Now, but wait, that's not what I wanted to show you. And I'm kind of going, what do you want to show us? You just blew our shorts off. Take a look. Situation check. There's the king. Right here is that, and there's the sign card, okay? Ooh, very exciting. Now, I just maneuver these things, and I put these cards in the top, flip them over. I got a 7 of hearts on the bottom. They don't know that right below it is the sign card. 7 of hearts on the bottom. I have nothing very exciting here at the top. All right? Now this is a pair of 7s. You can make some comment to poker hands if you want. A lot of different ways you can go with that. What I like is when you got, it's a terrible hand. There's nothing matches, no suits, nothing. It's just awful. And I say that's called a Nebraska. Not much there. All right? I apologize to all you folks that bought this tape in Nebraska. Now you hate me, don't you? Get past it. All right, let's see. The idea is this. Nothing there on the top. And now I'm just going to casually shuffle the cards, but I'm going to do a milk shuffle once again, top and bottom card. And you'll notice the bottom card, it's the sign card. As I'm saying, when I'm telling them I'm going to, lay these cards out in kind of a rainbow situation, I again shuffle right off to the last card. That's the sign card, okay? All right, I'm going to spread these cards in kind of a rainbow type affair, all right? Showing my hands empty, the whole deck's exposed. They can push any card forward they want to, all right? I'm getting ready to go back under the glass here, okay? They don't know that yet, okay? They push any card they want forward. Change your mind if you want. Don't. Yes, change, use that, exercise that well-known prerogative. Do whatever you want. There's a lot of different lines I use on this particular point, but point to any card. They really have a total free choice. And this is very important in the context of the card in the glass routine. I'll step back and wait for them to push any card forward they want and pick up my drink and take a sip out of it and put it down over here, because the card under the glass things are happening more regularly now, and they're really paranoid about the thing. But I put it down there, and I said, push any card forward you want. Anyone's fine. That's the card right there. They push any card forward, make a big deal about it. You want to change your mind, whatever, okay? Then you say, out of these 52 cards, you had a total free choice. You could have pushed any card forward you wanted. That's the one you push. I go away from the glass. I say, now, you remember the card you signed your name on? Remember the card you picked that we started with has your name on it? And I'm doing the top palm again. I say, okay, what was it again? The 2 of what? 2 of spades? All right, watch what goes on here. I spread the cards over like this. I pick the card up, and there it is, 2 of spades right on top. And again, I'm moving my weight back. I'm drawing all their eyes back over here. And meanwhile, oh, there's a card under the drink again. Oh my God, could that be the one? 2 of spades, yes. All right. So that's the triumph, which is a great trick in itself, but then it ties it back together with the glass thing, okay? All right. So that's the triumph phase of this, okay? Thanks for watching up to now. Keep with me, because it's getting better. All right. Now, I don't normally explain how this glass thing works, but I like this crowd. So I'm going to show you how this works so you don't go away mad. Here's the idea. A lot of people think it's quickness of the hand is what deceives the eye. Happens so fast, pop, like a snake bite, you can't see it go. That's not it. I'm going to do it for you real slow, Mark. You there? You got it, Mark?
Yeah, I got it.
He's all over this like a big dog. Now stay with me, because we're rolling smoke now. And I'm going to take a random card, like that card that makes no sense at all is there again. At least it's making more sense because it keeps popping up. If I leave the 8 of hearts over here and I drop the glass on top, that's when the magic happens. That's not the 8 of hearts. Here's the 8 right here. This card under the drink. Yeah, baby. All right. All right, let's cover the bogus explanation. At this point, they're bleeding slightly from the ear. I've just been pummeling them. And so they're grasping at the straws. And, you know, sometimes I'll do this if somebody catches me with the card going under there. Because by this time, this is like the 5th time it's gone under there. So you know, some people are watching a little closer than others. But even if they're not, I say, you know, I don't normally explain how this thing works, but I like this crowd. So let me show you how this works so you don't go away mad. All right, so I've got a, you know, there's the 2 that was just under the drink. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm going through and I'm finding the 7 of diamonds. Remember that card? Okay. That card goes second from the top now. Okay. All right. That's the 7 of diamonds. Remember that card from the first time we started this whole thing? This is another way we're going to come in and clobber them with this 7 of diamonds again. Second card from the top. Okay. So, now get ready. Hopefully you've done your little lesson at top changes, because you're going to do, I do 2 top changes under fire, boom, boom, right in front of them, and it flies right by them. This will be a real mark of achievement if you can, you know, once you achieve this. You'll get caught now and then, but the more times you do it, the better off you're going to get. So let me explain how this works. See, a lot of people think it's quickness of the hand is what deceives the eye. It happens so fast, like a snake bite. You can't see it go. That's not it. I'm going to do it for you real slow. Check this out. All right. Now, in case you hadn't noticed, I top changed. There's the signed card, and here's the indifferent card. And the 7 is right below there. Remember that? Okay, so let me try that again. All right, I leave this up there, so they're seeing this, they're seeing the glass. I'm going to explain the glass thing, okay? Now here's the idea. A lot of people think it's quickness of the hand is what deceives the eye. I'll do it for you very slowly, all right? And this is a perfectly motivated deal. As I come back like this, I do the thing, but as I'm going to move my hand over to pick up the glass, okay? So I'll do it in this angle so that you can see it a little bit differently. This hand is going to go over and pick up the glass, but not before doing the top change. So a lot of people think it's quickness of the hand is what deceives the eye. I'm going to do it for you very slow so you can actually follow what's going on there. Pick the card up, and I very slowly drop it on there and drop it down. This is a very funny moment because they're going, oh, he's going to tell us how this works. Oh, God, he's just jacking with us, isn't he? Of course I am, all right? Because this is an indifferent card now. It doesn't matter what this card is, all right? So let me do it again with the right orientation, okay? Again, 7, there's the 7, second card, okay? I say a lot of people think it's quickness of the hands what deceives the eye. I'm going to do it for you slower so you can actually follow what's going on here, okay? You got it? Oh, yeah, they got it now. He's got it now. Now I'm going to take a random card. Now I'm going to do a double lift. Push 2 cards, pull it back, get ready. I'm going to take just a random card like the, and I turn it over to myself and I look at it and I drop my shoulders and I go, there's that 7 of diamonds again. Now they're, you know, again, they're off balance at this point. God, that's the 7 of diamonds again. Where did that come from? I say, coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to take the 7, I'm going to drop it down over here, and we're going to drop the glass, I take the glass and put that on top. And friends, that's when the magic happens, see? That's not the 2 of spades. I'm just sorry, that's not the 7 of diamonds right there. Here's the 7 of diamonds right here. Second top change under fire. This card over here, this card over here, Cosmo's card. Okay? This is a diabolical, bogus explanation, which is just, you know, they get halfway through it and they realize that I'm just jacking with them. Okay? So here's the idea once again. Situation check, X card, there's the 7 of diamonds again. Okay? There's Cos's card. A lot of people think it's quickness of the hand is what deceives the eye. It happens so fast, like a snake bite, you can't see it go. That's not it. I'm going to do it for you real slow. Come over here, take this, drop this here, drop that down. 2 card push off, get ready. Let's take a random card like the, oh my God, it's the 7 of diamonds again. Can you believe it? Coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to leave the 7 down over here. And I'm going to drop the glass on top. That's when the magic happens. See, that's not the 7 of diamonds. Here's the 7 of diamonds over here. This card under the drink. Cosmo, Cosmo, Cosmo. We're going to before we leave the world of card tricks altogether and wrapped up this little segment here, we're going to enter the darker world of gambling. Ooh, yeah. My father was a very wise man. He said to me when I was a much younger man, he said, son, remember there's a sucker in every card game. So if when you sit down, you look around the table and you don't see him, you're him. He also said, son, never eat at a place called Mom's, never play cards with a guy named Doc, never argue trucks with a guy named Bubba, never introduce a girl named Bubbles to your mother,
I never did.
never drink downstream from the herd, never look straight up at a bird, and never ever own an animal that eats while you sleep. These are all very important things. Think about it. You realize what a wise man my old man was. May he rest in peace. He also gave me one parting shot of information before I left the house for the final time. He said, son, remember, always put your shoes on first. You can always run without your pants on. It helped me that one time.
That's a fact.
A little fun just now and then is relished by the best of men. You may have nerve, you may have plenty. 5 will get you 10. 10 will get you 20. Attention given, I'll show you how the doctor hides the peekaboo. Select a card, the one you choose to write, you win. If not, you lose. Game itself is lots of fun. My chances, though, are 2 to 1. Little game of hanky-poo. 2 cards for me, 1 card for you. Hey, diddle, diddle, the queen's in the middle. That's the money card. Keep your eye on the queen. That's the way the rhyme goes. This is the way they play that little game called 3-card Monte. Here's the idea. Have you ever seen this game before, Dan? Oh, good. Fresh meat in the front row. Derek? No? All right. We toss it. It's like the 3-shell game. Only you notice right away there's no extra vegetable material. No pea. 3 cards and 3 cards only. The purest form of the game. Okay? So here's the idea, Dan. All right, we're going to rock and roll just like we're at the fairgrounds on Saturday afternoon. We toss it around like so. The idea is to follow the queen. 1, 2, or 3. Dan, holler at a number. 1, 2, or 3. Where is it? 2. Oh, man. You're following me. All right, okay. Boy, he's a player, isn't he? All right, everybody else back off. Give him some room here. All right, okay. I'm going to try and confuse you, Dan. I'm going to try and throw you off the train here. Okay? Toss it around like so. All right, check it out. 1, 2, or 3. Dan, where's it now? This one?
Yep.
Man, you are good at this game. Let's play for money. Apparently not. Okay. Let me show you how they do it on the streets, Danny boy. Here's the idea. 2 black cards, 1 red. Okay? Toss them around like so. The idea is to follow the queen. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Where's it now, Danny boy?
2.
Oh, you were so close. You were right next to him. That was the closest miss I've ever seen. How about you, huh? He was that far away from winning the money. Boy. I'll tell you. Maybe another run at it. I'll tell you what. I like you, Dan. I'm going to give you a little hand with this, okay? Here's the idea. I got 2 black ones, the 1 red one, okay? All right? Now I'm going to toss them around. And to make it a little easier, I'm going to show you where we tossed the queen. I'm going to show you then a black 2. I show you the second black 2. 1, 2, or 3. It's up to you, Dan. 1, 2, or 3. Which one?
3.
1, 2, or 3. I'm trying to help you out, Dan, for God's sake. Did I not indicate where it was? I'm trying my best. Just don't listen. Now, Dan, in all fairness, I'm beating you up, Dan, but in all fairness, this game, not a game at all. It's a con game, a swindle, a flim-flam. It's a fraud. 3 or 4 guys working together against you, the mark. That's street jargon for sucker, politely put. This next thing I'm about to show you guys actually happened to me. It's a true story. I was at the Oakland Coliseum in California many years ago. I was there for a rock and roll concert. The details are kind of hazy, but one thing I do remember about the night. I went to the men's room to take care of some other business. I got roped into this game I should never have been playing. I pushed my way through the double doors. Before I could get to the stalls in the back wall, 5, 6 guys, hands and knees, playing this game tile floor by the sinks. Standing behind the dealer as I was there, I thought I had the inside track. So the dealer turns off to pay off one of his partners. Another guy in the crowd, Danny boy, reaches out, puts a crimp in the corner of the queen. Easy to tell where the queen has got the crimp in the corner. The dealer then comes back and says, all right, let's play cards. He said, keep your eye on that queen. He moves it around like so, and I didn't have any money with me. I had to go borrow the $20 from my best friend. His name was Mihal, too. What are the odds on that? Don't shake the camera. Right, okay. I got 20 bucks in my pal meal. I laid it down in the sure bet. I ended up a loser. I know. It blew my mind altogether. All right. But, as I said, the game is a swindle. Had its origins on the riverboats on the Mississippi River many years ago. There, quite frankly, hasn't been a winner since. But tonight, friends, you're going to be happy to know, Wendy, I've been authorized by the owner and management here, Bob and Sandy, to give you a chance to win some money. Are you excited? I knew you would be. Stay with me. I'm going to explain the rules as we go along. In other words, I'll tell you when you win.
I see it.
Follow me. I'm going to show you a black 2. There it is. I'm going to show you the second black 2, and then I show you the queen. Now, there's no sleight of hand involved, Dan. I spread them out like so. Wendy, if you point to any card but the queen, in other words, point to a 2, we'll give you $100, courtesy of Bob and Sandy. They got the checkbook. I saw them. Point to a 2, $100. No, we no.
Cheating?
We'll do it one at a time. Which one do you want? Okay. Point to a 2, we'll give you $62.50, honey. The odds are going down. Yeah, you don't want this one, honey. You don't want this one here. Get the checkbook. There we go. Oh, my God, it's Wendy's card. Wendy! Yeah, this is the one. Now, Wendy, I feel bad, honey. You didn't win the money, honey. But let me ask you this. If the 4 is on top of the deck where the 2s were supposed to be, where do you suppose the 2s are? Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! There it is. Yes. Give her a big hand. She's great. Okay, if you're still hanging on, we're into the last phase of this. At least of the body of this routine. There's a couple other arms that go up, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. The last phase of this, I say, before we leave the world of card tricks altogether, we're going to enter the darker world of gambling. Ooh. So I'm going to do a 3-card money routine. And here's the deal. As I'm saying that, I'm looking for the proper cards to do the 3-card money. And in this case, I'm going to leave Kaz's card, the 2, on top of the deck. You'll understand why in a moment. Now, I usually use 2s and queens, a 2s and a queen. But since the 2 is here, I have to switch a little bit. So I'm going to do, I'm going to take out 3s. And I just kind of go through here, and I'm going to 3s and 2 3s and a queen is what I'm going to go after. So I'm going to put a queen in the top there. And I'm doing this up here, so they can't see exactly what I'm doing. But I'm putting cards under there like that. And if I say, we'll use it, I'm putting these, that's got a name on it. You can't use a card with a name on it. That doesn't work. So I'm looking for another 3. There's a 3 right there. And now I'm looking for a red queen. A red queen. It doesn't matter that okay. No, I'm sorry, a black queen. Yeah, black queen. There you go. So those are the 3-card money things. And then I'm lining up, I find the other 2 any 2 other queens. In this case, it happens to be the 2 red ones. All right? So you don't need to know, they don't need, the audience doesn't know this is going on, but this is the way this thing is set up on the top of the deck. Those go away. All right? So I pull these out, I do the little sing-song rap and dip, dip, dip. All right? But here's the basic moves, okay? All right? Now, if you've never played with 3-card money, this is probably not the place to start. You should, do some studying with Frank Garcia's book if you can find it, or there's any number. Darwin Ortiz has a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff written on the money. But basically, the whole crux of the Monty thing here is the fact that when you do the hype move is this, you pull the card in here like that, that's the card. You either toss the queen to the table, like that, or you toss the top card, the 3, to the table and keep the queen over here. I do it 5 times. The first 2, they win. The third one, they lose. The fourth one, I try and help them, but chances are they're going to lose anyway. And the 5th one is, I explain what happened when I was, to me. So it takes the sting out of that whole, where's it now? You're wrong. Where's it now? Nope, you're wrong again. Where's it now? Oh, are you dumb? I hate that part of a 3-card money routine. You just make the audience feel like idiots. So All right, first 2 times they win. Third time, I'm going to do the hype, and they're going to lose, okay? Because they're lulled into a false sense of security, okay? Now I do the hype. I'm going to toss the top card, not the bottom card. 2, 3. And that's what the whole basis of this whole routine is switching the cards in and out. And they're all variations on the thing. The first toss, we move it back and forth. We don't do any moves. I mean, no hypes. We just toss them back and forth. But I want to keep this as simple as possible because I really want them to follow this, okay? So I explained it's like the 3-shell game. There's no extra vegetable material, no pea. 3 cards only. So the first toss is this, okay? All right. And I go slowly, and I'm watching them, making sure that they're following what's going on. Sometimes, if they've had too much alcohol, it's this is not the best routine. But somebody's watching because they're gamblers. So they say, it's right there. Oh, you're very good. Let me try and throw you off the train. So the second time I do this, phase 2, all right, I toss it, okay. Keep your eye on that queen, okay. 1, 2, or 3. Now we're going to dive on that card, and that's exactly right. You're very good at this game. Let's play for money. Fantastically hysterical line. All right. So now, so this is the third toss. They're going to lose because I'm going to do the hype. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. They are convinced because that lay down, the pump, 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 and then that last part is exactly the same as they did the first time, but they don't know about the hype. They are convinced that it's here. I say, oh no, you were very close to what was right next door. That was the closest miss I think I've ever seen, which is another very funny line. That's the third toss, and they lost. Now I feel bad about this, so I'm going to slow this down a little bit and see if you can actually follow it. And this is a brilliant thing. This is a Vernon idea where you do the hype twice. Oh, it's a great piece. In other words, I'm going to make it easier for you. I'm going to show you where we toss the queen. I hype. I show you 1 red 3, hype again. The second red 3, okay? And now I do this. Bump, 2, 3. Now, they are convinced that it's here. So that's when I said the Vernon thing about trying to convince them that it's over here. I say 1, 2, or 3. They say it's number 3. let me make myself clear. 1, 2, or 3. Now they can't figure out whether I'm trying to help them or whether I'm just trying to get them off the thing. But the harder they get on this card, they're convinced this is the card. I'd say, dude, I'm trying to help you. Did I not show him where the queen was? I showed him where the queen was. He just doesn't listen. Okay? So that's the fourth toss. So they win twice. They lose the third time. The fourth time they lost, but it wasn't because I was trying to help them. All right? And now the best part of this whole routine is the bent corner swindle. I'm holding the cards like this. I'm talking to them. I'm holding them so I can see it. Okay? So this is my view on the thing. While I'm talking to them, what I do is I just put a crimp in the bottom corner, right down here, okay? So that's what that is. When I revolve my hand so that the pinky picks up that bent corner, okay? All right? You sort of see the exposed view right there, okay? And then this other one goes in front of it, okay? So obviously, this is not a good angle. Neither is this. But head on, there's nothing to see. This crimp goes in before they even know I'm talking about a crimp, and so that it negates the necessity of trying to put this in on the fly, which is hard to do, at least for me. So the crimp is in place. Now I talked to them about what happened to me while I was at the Oakland Coliseum, rock and roll concert. The dealer turned off to pay off one of his partners. Another guy reaches out, puts a crimp in the corner of the queen. Now it's easy to tell where the queen is, got that crimp in the corner. So the dealer then comes back and says, all right, let's play cards. He said, keep your eye on that queen. You can see the crimp. Now I'm going to hype as I toss. I'm going to keep the queen in there, and I'm going to toss the top card. So it goes like this. They see the crimp, okay? So that's 1. On 2, I lay this one down over here, and at the same time, I take the crimp out of the queen, like so, okay? And then I drop that down over here. Because it's a 1, 2, 3 move, okay? It's all a matter of timing, okay? So this is here. I put a crimp in the corner, all right? All right? Now he said, let's play cards. He shows me the queen, okay? All right? Now, I'm going to hype. That's 1. Here's 2, and at the same time, I'm taking the crimp out of the card, okay? 2, 3. Okay? So, and up to speed, this is what it looks like, and it's damn near impossible to follow. Okay, let's play cards. Keep your eye on that queen. 1, 2, 3. There's nothing to see. And you've effectively taken the crimp out of this card and put it in this card. 1, 2, 3. All right? So, the nice part about this is they think it's done. It's not, because we're going under the glass one more time, friends. Ready to jump in there? Now, I don't normally explain this, but I'm going to give you a chance to win some money tonight. Are you ready? And of course, that gets their attention. Now, remember over here, the setup they had over here? The signed card and the 2 other queens. So this is the denouement of this particular the routine. So I'll explain to you the rules as we go along. While I'm showing these cards over here, I get 1, 2, bring it off. My double lift, get ready here, okay? All right? These cards go on the top just like that. And you pick up all 5, all right? And the situation is this, okay? Okay? So that's when you, once again, peel off the 3. There's 1 3. There's 2 3s. And I'm going to notice the break here, the break in the cards. There's the 3s are here and the queens are here. I'm going to drop off that 2-card packet, and then at the same time revolve this around like so. Okay? That's that particular, the last part, the phase 6 of the 3-card Monte routine. Okay? So I say, all right, now we're going to give you a chance to win some money. Are you excited? Of course you are. Here's the deal. If you point to any card but the queen, in other words, point to a 3, we'll give you $100, courtesy of Cosmo Magic. He's got a checkbook. I've seen it. All right? Now, while I'm saying that, I top palm the 3s, okay? Lay it down over here, lay the deck down over here. Now I kind of go into this position where I'm just kind of leaning on the bar, but I got the 3s over here, all right? I say point to any card, we'll give you $100. So now I do this kind of thing here. I'm trying to get them to point to that card, okay? Some, a lot of things can happen. They go right for it, or they don't even notice my doing it, whatever. Doesn't matter. But that's the signed card. It's going to come up again. So there's no telling what's going to happen there. Either they'll jump on this, or they won't even see this. They're trying to figure this out. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So if they go right to there, that's fine. But if they say, no, it's over here, and I go, no, you didn't, that's not right. It's, the odds are going down. It's 72.50 now. Okay, point to a 3, we'll give you 72.50. Now, sometimes they go here. If they don't, they go over here. And I said, no, I'm sorry, I told you, point to a 3. The odds are going way down. It's $12.50 now. Point to a 3, we'll give you $10. All right? Now, sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. Well, it doesn't matter. They say they go this way here. I said, no, I wanted you to take this one over here. These cards are ready to go under there, but I want to make sure that it happens on a thing where their eyes are coming up. I say, right over here, push this card over here. They say, no, you don't want this one, you don't want this one. You actually do want this top card. And that's when I load the drink, okay? I say, there it is right there. There's the 3. Oh, wait, that's the sign card. Oh, no. And sometimes they see that, sometimes they don't. It's best to, it's great if they don't, because let me ask you this. If the 2s are on top of the deck where the 3s were supposed to be, where do you suppose the 3s are? And that's when they kind of go, oh my God, there it is under the drink again. And that is the last part of the body of the thing. There's other places we can go. I'll talk about those in a minute. But in the meantime, that's the way that whole 3-card Monte thing ends. Okay? It's a big piece. Take you a little time to figure that one out. But I know you're industrious because you bought this DVD. Bless your hearts. Thank you very much.